Hello everyone, you're on Astro Amber channel and I'm Alina Amber, a professional certified astrologer, and this is the horoscope for the upcoming week from February 2nd to February 8th. We just had the full moon in Leo and it was a pretty intense energy during this full moon, since we also at the same time have a stationary Uranus, which will go direct. I will dive deep into that in this upcoming week, astrological events. So let's start our astrology horoscope for this week. So on February 3rd until February 5th, transit moon changes the sign to Virgo, and this is an ideal time for the routine work, for the household chores, cleaning, putting everything in order. Also, it's also good for paperwork, so you can really work with papers and documents and also put that everything in order, clean up. Good time to review your diet, eating habits. Also, you can try the therapeutic fasting and add some physical activity. You may pay more attention to details during these days and notice a lot more than usual, since this is a very prominent quality of the sign Virgo. On the night from February 3rd till February 4th, Uranus is transitioning from retrograde motion to the direct motion, and this is affecting all the Uranus areas, which is technology, aviation, electricity, internet, social media, gadgets. Or if you know your chart pretty well, if you had a natal chart reading for you personally, you can see what area in your chart is affected by identifying where Uranus is in your chart or which house it's ruling. So when Uranus goes direct, all these areas will actually move forward again. If you felt like if the energy was stuck, this will be the time when everything will start working out, but it will take some time, since Uranus will start to gain in speed, and more precisely it will do until February 8th. So that's a good time. So that's the good astrological event for us. A lot of things will change since Uranus is in the sign of Taurus for the last time before entering Gemini for good. So a lot will change for a lot of people. And during this exact day of Uranus stationary on 3rd and 4th of February, that's when the peak of energy. So that's when we can see the actual Uranus work in our life. And the next one is February 5th to 7th, 2026. The moon transits to the sign of Libra, and this is a perfect time for consultations, negotiations, spending time with your partner, dealing with your partner if it's your business. Also, it's good for all creative and social activities, and you would naturally be drawn to aesthetics and beauty. Also, it gives us a desire for inner harmony and balance in all areas of our life. You also may resolve conflict situation, but Libra sometimes gives some indecisiveness. On February 6, 2026, Mercury, the planet Mercury, enters Pisces, and it's good for creative professions and career. It gives us very high imagination, very like fantasy. We can dream a lot, dreaminess. Also, we can feel very intuitive. For this placement, on the negative side, Mercury can be a little bit too much, adding some information that is not really there. So you have to double check all the information, especially if you're signing papers or you're agreeing to some deals. You have to double check that, because this placement is really good, especially for the creative profession, creative people, artistic professions. But for the important deals and documents, you have to double check that, since it can be a little bit unclear or it can give the wrong information. On February 7th till February 10th, 2026, the moon is entering the sign of Scorpio, And this is a good time for making important decisions. You will be drawn to take some risky actions. Also, we can experience emotional mood swings. And for those who are on a spiritual path, it's a very good time when you can dive deep into spirituality and feel and have your abilities awaken. And also it gives us an interest to the mysticism and some spiritual knowledge. So this is our horoscope for the week from February 2nd till February 8th. And I hope it will guide you during this week. I hope you liked my video. Follow my channel, comment below, and if you are interested in a personal reading, I have all the information in my bio. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.